Hello, welcome to the Paper Snob. This is Tara. Today I am going to be working on the Iron Crafter Challenge, which is a challenge hosted by myself and Anna from Peace Craft Love. Each month we choose an item that we feel is not getting enough attention in our stash. And this mystery item for the month of September is stickers. Not alpha stickers, not phrase stickers, just regular stickers. And I know we all have them. So I'm going to pull out what I'm going to use. That's my photo of my granddaughter and her mama. And I'm going to pull out my Cocoa Vanilla Studio Storyteller, or what's left of it. Cocoa Vanilla Studio Storyteller was actually in one of my counterfeit kits. So there are items in that baggie that, like this L Studio, that don't belong with Cocoa Vanilla, but it matched because I built my kit, I think it was in April, around Cocoa Vanilla Studios Storyteller. And I have an entire sheet of stickers here to use and play with, as well as some chipboard pieces and pattern paper. I am also going to be working on this day's Scraptember prompt, which is mixed media. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to go ahead and work on that mixed media, and then we'll be right back, okay? So up first, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trim this striped piece of pattern paper. I know that I'm wanting to match my mixed media to that pattern paper. So I'm going to cut it down to the size that I want it to be, and I'm going to lay it on my white page or white paper, and I'm going to use it as a guide to get started. I'm going to be using my watercolors. These are my liquid watercolors that I put in an empty tin so that I could have them handy. I've labeled each color next to where it is in the tin so that I know what tube to refill my tin with. So I'm going to be mixing some here and there just to get kind of the right shade, and I'm going to be using the packaging technique to get the watercolor onto the white patterned white paper. So one of the things that I have learned with using the packaging technique is the smaller the piece of packaging that you use, the more control you have over the ink. So you will note that I'm using about a 2.5 inch square piece of packaging with each color. I am going to be wiping off the colors in between, or wiping off my mat in between each color, because I don't want to make a nice lovely mud color. I can use brown from my tin if I really wanted brown. I don't need to make one. So I'm also going to be wiping off that paintbrush as well. So I can tell by color that I didn't have quite the right color of peach that is on the pattern paper, so I mixed two colors to kind of get the right color. Also know that when you mess with watercolors, it is going to go on your pattern paper, on your paper, darker. Once it dries, it'll dry lighter, and so keep that in mind as you're mixing colors as well. So as I'm looking at this yellow, I note that this yellow is a lot more of a bright yellow than what is on the pattern paper, but it's going to be okay. It matches well enough, and so I'm just going to kind of go with it. Now again, notice that I am using the pattern paper as a guide of where to put the watercolor onto the white cardstock. And so I will continue doing the same thing, putting the watercolor onto my glass mat, mixing it with some water, using a small square of packaging to get it onto the white cardstock. I will clean up between each color and wipe off my paintbrush between each color before moving to the next. And I'm just going to do that until I reach all the way to the bottom with the blue. So I'd like to point out that on the left-hand side of my row of colors, it is not perfectly straight, and that is going to be okay because I am going to move that pattern paper onto where that ink starts, or the watercolor starts, and it's going to be covering up any inconsistency with lines. Also with mixed media, you just kind of have to learn to go with the flow and just kind of let it go where it wants to go on the paper and embrace all of the imperfections. If you're looking for perfection in mixed media, then you probably ought to rethink doing that on your pages, because mixed media can be messy, it's fun, and when it's done it looks really beautiful even with what we would consider mistakes. I will be stitching on that background, and if you look very closely you can see that I've already poked the holes here. Okay, I wanted to touch base real quick before I really get started. The stuff that I pulled out for this layout for Iron Crafter, there's really not enough stickers. I will probably use some of these stickers from this sheet that came with the collection. There's really not enough stickers on it for me to be satisfied with meeting the criteria for that. So I went through, this is a sticker binder that I put together about a year or so ago. I started it. It's a great idea from Janet Madison over at RTS Scrapbooking, and I discovered it just really didn't work for me. But I'm still trying to pull the things out and use them. So there's not just stickers in here, there are die cuts as well. But I tried to pull all stickers from it. So, and I put these on this piece of waxed paper. So, funny fact, Storyteller has always reminded me of this collection from Simple Stories that I got, goodness, a long time ago. I don't think I have any of it left except for this piece, and I think there might have been that piece and one other sticker that I didn't pull from my binder. But it has always reminded me of that collection, so it's kind of cool that I was able to pull out some of it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, and I'm going to speed up, and we're going to get this layout going. I'll be right back. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to scuff up the edges of my photo, and then I'm going to double mat it. You can see the two pieces of pattern paper that I chose to use as mats over on that right hand side. I will start with the yellow, and then I will end with the blue plaid. Sorry about Jasper, he decided he wanted to be on camera today, and so you're probably going to see me pushing my hand out to the side to keep him from walking back across my space again while I am trying to finish this layout. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this photo matted, and I'm going to scuff up the edges of each mat as we go as well. So I was very pleased to be able to use a few of the scraps left over in my Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller bag. As I mentioned, this was a collection that I put in one of my counterfeit kits in the spring. I believe it was April. It may have been March. Anyway, I had used almost all of it it was March because I used it during 30 days of sketches. Anyway, so I'm quite happy to get a little bit more of it used up. So, you know, maybe I can go ahead and buy that new collection that they just brought out, since I'll have room in the folder where I keep my Cocoa Vanilla Studio collections. So, I'm just going to start layering up these stickers. I started with that scalloped chipboard frame up there on the top, and I placed that little round sticker on top of it, and it's going to kind of serve as a secondary small title. I put the banner piece down below that frame. I tucked that pink floral piece, which is from, I believe, Pink Fresh Studio Some Days, tucked it underneath. I'm going to add that pinwheel sticker up there in that top and a little bird. I really am trying to use up as many of those stickers as I can that I put on that piece of waxed paper, so that I don't have to put them back in that binder. I did include 3 phrases. Those are actually die cuts and not stickers, but I feel like I got enough stickers on here that I meet the criteria of the Iron Crafter Challenge. There are a lot of stickers on this page, and I'm just grouping them in 3 embellishment clusters to kind of complete a visual triangle for you. Now off camera, I will go ahead and I will add some fun foam adhesive or foam dots to many of the stickers. You don't need to watch me do that part, and I will verbalize where I added them at the end of the video. So for the most part, everything stays where you see me put it here. So now I'm trying to decide on what my larger title is going to end up being, and I'm also going to pull a sticker from the Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller sticker sheet to use as a journaling spot. I'm really only going to put my granddaughter's name and her mom's name on there, and then below it I'll put the date that the photo was taken, because the little phrase stickers that I put on there actually tells part of the story. So I'm going to go ahead and use the word beautiful from the Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller's phrase stickers. Again, phrase stickers weren't part of the mystery item, but I didn't say you couldn't use them on your layout. You just need to have other stickers on there, and I have met that criteria, I believe, with the amount of stickers that I have gotten onto this page. Okay, I got the layout completely finished. I'm trying to move it out of the weird sunshine shadows that are coming through my window right now. And I just want to say that I am in love with the way this turned out. I got the mixed media for Scraptember. I managed to get lots of stickers used up on here for Iron Crafter Challenge, and I'm quite happy with the way this turned out. Make sure that you check that playlist below for Iron Crafter, as well as a separate playlist for Scraptember. Many people are scrapbooking daily during the month of September. I have been gone for a week, so it's kind of been getting the videos out as I can. So I do want to thank you for taking the time to stop by my channel. I really appreciate those of you who take the time to like, comment, and or subscribe. If you have any questions, please drop them below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. You have a great Friday and a great weekend. Bye!